Hello everyone. Hello ma'am. Today we're going to talk about Module 16, which is lifestyle inflation and cost of living. Now, our main lesson is today we're going to understand unsa din ang lifestyle inflation, recognize na to negative consequences, and then explore na to ang cost of living that affects lifestyle inflation. Now, understanding lifestyle inflation. So, unsa day ang lifestyle inflation? So, lifestyle inflation kay mag-occur o mahappen siya kung ang isa ka tao kay ang iyang spending or iyang kanang paggasto is kanang gataas as ang iyang income mo taas. So, say for example no, like ikaw nga kuan ka sa una, like fresh grad ka, and then nanahar din ka na, or nakatrabaho na ka, so murag na kay only mong income og murag siguro mabag-uhan bitaw ka nga uy na koy ani kada kong income. So ang imong buhaton ana is na tendency nga kadto mag-spend ka into sa kanang mga butang like clothing, or mag monthly baka kag motor pat ka bagong sapatos, or siguro mag-book ka og flight no, even though dili gyud siya kaya sa imong monthly nga expense, or even though kanito murag dili siya haom kay kanang murag mora imuhang gina padulungan mo sa kwarta, wala na ka naghunaw na sa mong savings, so nakagunaw na sa mong daily nga needs like utilities, food, etc. Kay murag nakamito ka na amaze ka ba nga kanta kasi kag income, so imo na siya gi-spend lang na walay paghuna-huna bitaw, wala ka nag-spend wisely. So next thing is ang challenge ani. Say challenge day sa lifestyle inflation. So ang significance, it's significant obstacle to wealth accumulation. No, you remain paycheck dependent despite earning more. So ang kwan ani manggod sa lifestyle inflation is kanang if mag-spend ra ka dili ka mag-save or invest, meaning ana magdepende ra gyapon kasi mong paycheck no, and wala gyud na dato sa paycheck. So if mo na mahitabo, then ang kung ano ka despite na tag-as kay ka og income like let's say nga kang naa ka sa mga like 100k a month, pero imuhang lifestyle pod or imuhang spending habit pod kay murag 100k pod equivalent, so dili gyud siya ma-accumulate og wealth kay igo ra nimo gigasto to imong gihaguan, wala nimo siya gi-invest para mo grow. Next is real life mo na to siya. So next is ang kaning let's kanitong reflect, is lifestyle inflation a red flag? So nasa 3 ka areas no nga iyang ginakuan which makes it a red flag. So imong future freedom, ang balance is key, o ang danger. So of course future freedom no, ang kuan magod is sa atong mga past lessons no, we were taught that we should siguro save no, or ang saving is allocating a portion of your money, and then ang retirement po dayon is kanang mag-allocate ka og money no for in the present para sa imong future no. So if karon like lugar example is nag-spend lang ka, spend wala ka nag-save, of course it will greatly affect your future kay saan taman. Let's say for example tigulang nakapuhon that you're in the 60s no, and on that age kay kanang kuan na gyud kayo ang health sa imong ha. So what if wala ka nag-acquire insurance, and then at that point kay wala pud kay lain earn of way of or kanang stream of income, so murag mabugatan gyud ka sa imong health expenses pag tinapod if ever nagapuyura ka sa isa sa mga utilities no, kay kuan naman di naman kay sa mong lawas, di wala naman kay kanang wala kay kanang kaya pa i-claim na kwarta bitaw kay syempre murag na naka sa retirement age. So ang next then is balance is key. So some upgrades are reasonable when life circumstances changes like marriage or starting a family. So ang gikonder is even though no that lifestyle inflation is bad, it's not actually totally bad if it's controlled lang or na-balance kay di mo gyud nato malikayan na mag-spend when siguro ay an emergency arises or important matter arises, like for example mag-start ka og family or marriage. Sa marriage magasto man gyud ka, so di gyud malikayan na mag-spend ka og kwarta. And starting a family, of course nadira if mag-start kag family, magkaanak man gyud mo, manghita man gyud mo balay o kanang magkuan man gyud mo og kanang sakyanan, so of course nanapudira ang kanang corresponding na expenses like auto loans, ang iyong housing, mortgages, o kanang additional ninyo nga food kay of course na may anak, and then ang education pa sa inyong anak, healthcare pa nila, o ila pang insurance. So murag ka taas gyud siya, which is siguro not a bad thing if napadulong na siya sa sakto nga butang, or napadulong siya sa more investment type option like insurance, or kanang thing na magamit ninyo in the future, or kanang kan mo na amoy passive money nga madawatan. Now the danger is problems arise when spending prevents aligning savings with income growth, hindering retirement planning. So kani ang mula gini ang imo dong ang problema na no sa kaning lifestyle inflation kay if grabe ra gid ka og kanang sobra nimo nga pag spend kayo kanang hinder lagi niya mo retirement plan kay murag mababa naman ang imong contribution ani. So dili na bitaw ka kanang regularly gahulog sa imong kuan kay murag imo nang ginagasto tanan ba murag one time millionaire lang bitaw na butang like nakadawat ka kwarta karon imo nang gi gasto dito. Now next is factors contributing to lifestyle inflation. And this will be discussed by Ms. Kisha.
So the first factor contributing to lifestyle inflation is the increase of income. The salary increases or promotion tempt people to upgrade their lifestyle. Like if madako na tong sweldo, then matempt na rin ka ng like mapalit og mga expensive things and like more travel inana. Then the second is desire for comfort. So higher earnings create desire for more comfort, convenience, and luxury. Like if dako na yung income, the more ka nga ga-desire of kanang mas mahal na mga things na although dili mo siya need but ano yung want. So marag imo siya mas bikuan ninyo dili ang imong wants kaysa imong needs. And the third is social comparison. So people compare themselves to peers wanting to match or exceed others' lifestyle. So, like, if my friend kay nag-buy siya o ka ng example is like ang kanang sikat daw nga minifan like Jesus Life, mahal di ba na siya? And kay compare man ninyo yourself sa imong peers or sa imong friend. So, nagkuhan sa nagkaroon ka nga gusto sa kamupalit bisan dili siya kaya sa imong hindi pa siya kaya sa imong money. Kaya as a student wala pa betay ka ng most of us kay salig lang pa sa allowance sa gatag sa tong parents. But kay ganahan ka nga napog kay inana pareha sa imong friend. So nibay ka then mo na din yung kandayan nga na nakarin ka nga na short na kasi ng allowance like magkana ka nga mahutla na ka o ka ng or pamasahe man ka sa palang sa school. Then the fourth is the rising expectation. So as income grows, aspiration for travel and high-end goods increases. Like pag naman ka ay dako man akong income, so dapat makaya na nako mag-travel and magpalit og mga mahal na things and maka-contribute siya sa lifestyle inflation kay the more ka nga mag-think nga dako ko income makaya na ko gnan. Like, marag malimot ako sa mong self o kanang budget ba kay lagi kasalig lang ka kay dako kag income nga makaya nimo. So what if lugar na ay kanang emergency na natin na ang money din ginagamit niyo for travel. So that's contribute to lifestyle inflation. So the next is these are the negative consequences of lifestyle inflation. So, lifestyle inflation significantly reduce savings. It increased spending, make it difficult to set aside money for emergency or long-term goals. Like example, na nag-work na ka din ang nag-earn ka lang substantial raise. Then, instead of mag-save ka portion sa imong savings, is gusto na din mo spend imong money to kanang mga luxury goods or travel or kanang shopping spree. So, this will leave you vulnerable to unexpected financial difficulties like emergency or kanang ay mga accidents. So, the second is lifestyle inflation often leads to increased debt. So people rely on credit to fund luxury lifestyles, accumulating to high interest debt over time. So the desire to maintain a certain standard of living often outweighs the long-term consequences of debt. Like, example, if you kanang magpalit ka o kanang i-use nimo imong credit card para mag-pay sa kanang imong gipalit nga designer clothes. So, the more nimo gamitin imong credit card para mag-pay sa kanang imong mga designer clothes na is over time man nag-accumulate man na siya. So, with high interest. So, this will become difficult to manage. Maglisod na din ka na maglisod na din kag bayad ana guys ko ma-accumulate over time magdako nga magdako anong utang. So, ano siya, maglisod na din ka o kanang save and ma-achieve niyo yung financial goals. Next is lifestyle inflation limits the retirement savings. Well, your income might increase, contribution to retirement accounts often remain unchanged or insufficient to support a comfortable retirement. Example is if you kanang receive a promotion and magdako na imong salary but still continue gyapon kag contribute sa same amount sa imong retirement plan. So this will leave you less safe for retirement plan than you could have had. So this can lead to guys financial insecurity in your later life. Like maguna rin ka nga, dapat sa una ay dapat kita ko na nako tuwang mas i-priority na ko akong retirement plan kay o karon ta mag-travel na ta ko dili na ta kayo problemado. Then sa fourth is financial stress. Kung nakakag ka ng income or salary, this will living paycheck to paycheck despite higher income creates an anxiety and impacting your overall well-being. With a constant pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle can be overwhelming. Like if you earn 6-figure salary but makapil gyapon ka financial stress kay taas man imong monthly income, taas imong monthly expenses relate sa imong lifestyle, okay? Like imong mga clothes or like travel, then mas just this will reduce stress kay this will leave you a little room for error or unexpected costs. So lifestyle inflation also hinders the achievement of long-term financial goals. Divert so like funds intended for significant purchases like home, education, business ventures, and education towards increased daily expense. Hmm. So example is if you are saving, mag-save ka o kanang down payment tayo para sa imong dream house, but di postpone mo siya because di prioritize nimo ang imong dining out sa inyong friends or like kanang magkaon mo dito sa expensive restaurant. So this can delay or even prevent you from realizing the importance of life goals. The last is the over dependency on high income. So individuals with that over dependence on high income over dependence on high income, leaving individuals vulnerable to economic downturns or job loss, potentially impacting their financial and social stability. Like if naanad na ka sa kanang luxurious lifestyle, and like example naanad na ka sa imong luxurious lifestyle but suddenly na-lost na niyo mong job, mong high-paying job. So, dili na mag-align ang imong expenses sa imong salary pay. And dili na mag-align ang imong expenses sa imong salary. This really highlights that dili jud dapat mag-over-depend lang sa atong high income. Dili ta dapat mag-ready dapat ta sa mga unexpected na mahitabo sa atong life. So, the next is the understanding the cost of
Wala i-display sa kuha ba eh?
Dili niyo makita. Ano man? Na-share mo ito si kuya. Legit dili niyo.
So, understanding cost of living. There are three key points about cost of living. The first is the amount of money required to sustain a specific standard of living in a particular area. So, how much money you need? Like, it is because different places have different costs. Like, some cities are expensive while others are more affordable, and also ang kwarta is like lahi of value. For example, nagpuyo ka sa States, mas mahal ang palitonon sa States kaysa diri sa Pilipinas. Like for example, ila ato ang 1 peso is dili ka afford og isa ka piece of candy, while ilahang $1 kay makapalit na og 2 packs of candy. So on next kay help individuals meet basic needs and maintain reasonable quality of life. So covering basic needs, it is important because covering basic needs is essential for financial stability para dili ka magkosog katong like what he said na mga financial stress inana. So people need enough money to pay for food, rent, healthcare, and also the transportation. The example of this is if someone spends most of their income like sa rent inana, so they may have less money for food, their healthcare, or ilahang transportation. So this can be lead to financial stress and difficulty to meet other essential expenses. So next, differs is significantly between the geographic areas and communities. So cost change by location. The cost of living varies by location, affecting how far income or salary goes. For example, tuition fees. Like attending a private university like sa Xavier University, it pays much more for a tuition than a student at a USPP University. Mas mahal dito kay mas mahal ang private kaysa public. That's why cost change by location. So next, there are 6 part of components of cost of living. So the first is housing. The cost of rent or buying a home, it depends on allocation and the type of housing ngayong paliton. So for example, apartment in Carmen cost more than in Nazareth, kay mas dool ang Carmen sa sentro, so mas mahal ang ilahang abanganan kaysa Nazareth, kay sudlunon man siya. So next is transportation. Transportation, money spent on cars, gas, public transport, or commute, and insurance. For example, owning a car is expensive in cities with high gas price. So while public transport is cheaper, so mas kung nakay sakyanan, daghan ka ng insurance, gusto mo ka magpa-choy-choy, then gasolina mahal pa jud, instead mo mag-commute na lang ka kay dis bayad. So next is food. Food is like grocery and restaurant. The cost depend on food prices and eating habits. So dako kang kaon, dako pud ka gasto. Like for example, eating at home is usually cheaper than dining out. Kanang mas makatipid pa kasi yung balay kaysa ato kang kaning Jollibee, Irana, or McDo. Mas mahal din siya. So next is number 4, healthcare. Healthcare is like medical cost like insurance or doctor visits is if nakay sakit or kanang nabalik and also the medicine. Example ani is in a public, healthcare is expensive without insurance. Like for example, sabi ko na disgrasya ka and then wala kay insurance like kaning PhilHealth, to mas dako imong bayaran kay murag kon sa discount. So number 5 is utilities. It is like bills for electricity, water, and heating, which vary by location. So for example, heating costs are higher in cold places, while cooling are higher in hot areas. For example, namaligya ka or vendors, then paningting init. So ay mong ibaligya is mas halin imuhang baligya if imuhang ibaligya is buko, kana ice water, inana basta kay bugnaw. Then pag kanang ting-ulan or cold weather is imong ibaligya kay kape, kanana or sabaw basta init. So kaning second to the last is education and taxes. So education and taxes, school fees, supplies, and various taxes that affects overall disposable income. It is especially for private school or higher education. So that's all.
So next is cost of living considerations. So, cost of living considerations. First is informed decision. Second is effective budgeting. Third is financial planning. And fourth is salary negotiation. So, first is kaning informed decision. So, ang una is choose where to live wisely. So, like ang discuss earlier is that ang rent sa Carmen is more expensive than sa Nazareth. Kay kuan man kanang it varies man depending sa kanang unsa na mga facilities ang near sa imuha. So expensive siya kay na may duol na supermarket, duol ra siya sa utilities, PLDT, Meralco, duol ra siya sa school. So choosing how where you live is also essential, no, if you want to beat lifestyle inflation or if you want to increase your savings. Next is effective budgeting. So of course plan finances around local costs. So ang kani is of course we need to budget or allocate a specific portion sa atong income or sa atong na earn na money sa siguro things no na kanang usually na to na gastusan, like for example ang health, ang food, ang transportation, ang atong insurance, ang atong leisure na mga expenses, no. Third then is ang financial planning. Consider regional differences. Ang kaning consider regional differences is kanang example ani is kanang mag-invest mo sa kanang FICO or mag-invest mo sa kanang co-op kay it varies man god ang ilang percentage man god sa kanang to ini sa imong madawatan na kanang dividend is galahi siya, like sa Upol is gamay siya compared sa Carmen na mas dako. So consider nimo ang kanang regional differences sa financial sa kanipod og isa po dani is ang cost of goods po o kanang food sa ka region, no, kay sa uban siguro uban na mga barangay or uban na mga city kay mas barato ang ilang itlog or mas barato ang ilang mga vegetables compared diri sa siguro ato sa Cagayan de Oro nga kita man ang kanang ga import og goods so mas taas gyud og patong, no, compared sa atong mga lugar nga duol sila sa farming sites or unay ra kayo sila. Next is salary negotiation. So account for living expense. Ang kaning salary negotiation is mo naman siya sa imong pangita og job bitaw, like imong itanawon if kaya di lang ka mo settle sa isa ka siguro company, like imo may ga apply ka nga company and waiting ka silang response. You should also siguro look for apply po ka sa line company, no, para i-compare nila compare nimo ang ilahang kanang salary nila nga kanang offers mo if kanang isa ba ka company kay iya bang ma-sustain ang imuhang cost of living or siguro dili ba. So in that case po, no, if kanang siguro if kuan po but however if kanang parehara sila og kanang itong amount, so you also need consider kanang some factors like kanang mas mahal ba ang goods diri, mas mahal ba ang kanang rent din, and if ever pud na kay skill, then you can negotiate to kanang ipataas ang imong salary, no, para ma-compensate siya sa imong living expenses ana nga city if you want to live in that city. So mo siyang cost of living varies significant between regions due to economic conditions, housing markets, and local amenities. So understanding kining mga factors, no, would can siguro improve your financial decisions or improve ang imong financial health and position sa life. And yeah, and that's all for module 16. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.